Windows, if I see .mcap. So what this mcap is all about. So let me just quickly kind of tell you guys about that. There's one thing. So if you kind of scroll that, you can see that there are multiple mcap files, right? And let me just open one of them. So let me say, so to open that, what you need to do is open always with the notepad. Okay, if I open that with the notepad, select a program and select notepad, and if you see, it will open the mcap file. And what it says to me is that first the thing is the description. So it says like what that mcap file is all about. And let me, so thing is that it has not been parsed in a, like, let's say in new line format. Okay, a new line format is not getting parsed. And so what we can do is let me just do one thing. Edit, replace, let's see. Let me see if it works. Okay, it's not working. Anyways, thing is that this is a kind of file which ends with .mcap, and this is actually thing is that when you are kind of trying to kind of extract any artifacts from the host, from any kind of host, this mcap file actually guides the cap file what all things to kind of extract. Okay, so let me quickly go to this one over here, and let me just quickly open this one. So over here, if you see, if that exe file was executed, you will actually see a GUI like this, something like this. Okay, okay, and that GUI, if you see, it is written as gcap, right? So that GUI will have two sections. One will be the target, and one will be the kind of modules. Okay, now target is something like there, like if you see this folder, target folder over here. Okay, this is actually what it tells is that this directory actually contains target files, and the extension will be .tcat. Okay, so if you see .tcat, and what it tells is that it defines what artifacts to collect from the host. Okay, so for an example, I want to, let's say I want to just for example, if I go to this one, and let's say I want to just extract the browser activity, for an example, the browser activity that happened on the host, right? So what will happen is that this Cape software has a section called where you can specify that, okay, I want let's say only the browser artifacts, for an example, only the browser artifacts, for an example. So what you can do is if you do that, what it will do is that it will actually execute this it will actually read this tcap file, whatever it is kind of mentioned in this browser folder, and will execute all those things. So for an example, you are investigating a Windows system and you want to kind of extract all the browser artifacts from there using Cape. So what Cape will do, it will read this tcap file, it will read this browser folder, it will read this tcap file one by one, and it will try to see like, let's say if Brave browser is installed, or let's say Chrome is installed, or Edge is installed, Firefox, Opera, and whatnot. So let's say, for example, Chrome browser. So let's see what all things it will extract from there. So if I open that again with the notepad, or let's say with WordPad, I think WordPad should showcase that in a better way. Yeah. So WordPad is showcasing that in a better way. So what it is doing, it is just a text file ending with .tcap, and the first thing is the description, where it says that, okay, it is related to the Chrome. This TCAP file related to Chrome. Who is the author of that TCAP file? So it's again the same guy, Eric and Andrew, and then some versioning, and then some ID, and then target. Okay. So target is something very similar. Okay. Let's say I want to extract all the bookmarks of Chrome browser for a XP system. Okay. So it will tell the cape that what path cape needs to go. So this is the path. Okay. The cape needs to go. And if the cape extract the files from this folder, it will be able to get the bookmarks that the user might have done on his Chrome browser. Okay. So in this path, if we go, and if Chrome browser is installed, we can get all the bookmarks from there. So why bookmark is important? The reason is that, let's say we are doing any kind of investigation, bookmark will be important because we can know that, okay, what websites are very much important for this user. Let's say whoever user we are investigating, what are the websites that this user commonly go to, and why, and is it kind of, which all websites are kind of important for the user. So we can get all this info from the Chrome bookmarks actually. And basically thing is that even malware also uses that. Why? Thing is that if the malware wants to know, let's say I have written a malware and I want to know what are the different websites that you have access to, and only the important ones, not like just like normal google.com, facebook.com. Let's say only the important one. Let's say you are using EDR portal, let's say Carbon Black EDR, for example. What is a specific website for that, for example, internal to your organization? So most of the time what we will do is that as a security professional, we will bookmark those URL. So if the malware actually just go and read this file, and inside this folder, it will quickly get an idea of what all websites are very much important to us, and where, like, let's say confidential data will be kind of stored on, let's say an access will be there for the whole organization. Okay. So that's what like this TCAP file actually have. So it has all the path of the artifact. So let's say for an example, if I go to this over here, and let's say I want to, let's say, see what are the artifacts for the downloads, for an example. So in this cheat sheet, they have only mentioned about Firefox. And let's say you want to learn more about, okay, what are the Chrome artifacts. So one of the easiest way to do that is go to this and go to the, let's say, downloads folder. So here, if you see, there are a lot of things. Like now, if you see downloads over here, download metadata, right? So Chrome download metadata, and from there you can see that this is something where they have not mentioned XP or Windows 7 or Windows 10, because this path will be common for all the operating system, no matter what the version is. Okay. So if the Chrome browser is installed, and we wanted to know what all downloads had happened previously from that browser, even though if those files are deleted, what you can do is that you can quickly go to this folder, and there will be a specific file. I think it will be in .sqlite format. So what the cape will do, it will just go to this folder, and it will extract all the files that is inside this folder and for you, and keep it in a specific folder that you can kind of then analyze. Okay. So thing is that what this ampersand like percentage user percentage means is that there can be multiple users in a host. So what cape will do, it will auto fill this value. It will change this value. So let's say there are 3 users on the system, and everyone has their own Chrome browser. So thing is that there will be 3 users, user A, user B, user C. So cape will auto replace this with the usernames, and will go to that specific folder and will download those files where the artifacts are for the downloads folder. Okay. So this is what the target is all about, the files of TCAP files.